Happy Monday, everyone. It's Weather for Weather Geeks. It's Monday. That means Mike is here.
Hello.
And you had a brief weekend.
I did.
I was in for you on Saturday because you were out watching the Buckeyes game.
Yep. Thank you again.
Not a problem. Turned out well for you. I was a little worried for a while, but
Right.
turned out to be just fine.
Yeah.
We are one day away from the last day of the month, and here is the temperature anomaly map so far this month. And we've made up a lot of ground here in the Youngstown area lately. This map looked a lot bluer not long ago. We were well below average for September, but certainly the last week or so, we've made up a lot of ground with temperatures in the 70s. And so we're kind of on the edge right now of below average and right at average. And after today's numbers come in, we're going to get into the 70s again. And tomorrow is going to be a little cooler, but probably still at least a hair above average. We're probably going to end up having a very typical September, temperature-wise anyway, which
Not bad.
is a little surprising. One thing for sure, we're going to be below average when it comes to precipitation, and not in the top 10 or anything, which might be a little surprising considering how dry it's been lately. We had enough rain at the start of the month that this is not going to be any sort of record-challenging dry month here. Down in Columbus, Cincy, I don't know if you've looked at those numbers real carefully, but definitely been drier down there in the southern half of the state. And in some places, it will probably be a top 10 dry September down in the southern half of Ohio. So a little perspective there as far as what's going on today. Here's the radar and satellite loop. We had a lot of fog this morning. You drove in some fog, right?
Right. Whole way.
Yeah. And it actually, you said, got worse as you got closer to Youngstown.
Right. Right.
And closer to downtown. Of course, we're in a river valley here in downtown Youngstown, so it can get really soupy here.
Yeah.
It burned off, and we're left with just a beautiful afternoon, some fair weather cumulus clouds out there. That is about it. This little plume of moisture out to the east is missing us, but up here is the front that's coming our way tomorrow. Pretty vigorous little disturbance here coming down out of Canada and the upper Midwest. And while we originally, as of even a few days ago, we had a dry forecast for tomorrow, now we've got the chance for showers in there. I guess I wouldn't be even shocked if there was a thunderstorm in a few places tomorrow. And we'll look at that in a little more detail.
Nothing severe though.
No.
Garden variety type.
Yeah, exactly. If you hear a rumble of thunder, nothing to be too concerned about, certainly at all. Temperatures this afternoon, again, it's warm. We're pushing 80 in some parts of Ohio. New Philly, 79. Akron, Canton, 79. Columbus is at about 80. Cincy's in the lower 80s. Yeah, it's pretty warm out. The dew points are coming up a bit. It's not muggy, but it's a little bit more humid than it has been. And those dew points will continue to climb a bit ahead of tomorrow's front. So tonight, not as cool as the last few. What do we have for a low tonight? Do you remember?
Around 50 degrees, low 50s for most.
Is that what we have? Okay, I thought we had it a little warmer. That's my mistake. But certainly tonight will be a calm night ahead of our front tomorrow, which will bring in those showers. So let's talk a little bit about tomorrow. Take off all of the current information. We're going to bring up the NAM model for tomorrow afternoon. Well, first thing we'll show you is the simulated radar. Start this off with mid-morning tomorrow. Let the data load here. Here we go. Here's the simulated radar at 11 a.m. So I think the day starts dry. Is that probably
Right.
What we're thinking?
Right. Yeah. And then early afternoon is probably the case, but we'll take a look at what the model is thinking here.
Yeah. Here's the latest NAM. Still most areas dry, probably at 10 or 11 in the morning, but everything's sinking south and east. We'll go forward a few hours here, or actually a couple of hours to 1 p.m. Here, scattered showers around. This is not a washout tomorrow, but I think a lot of backyards are going to see at least 15 to 20-minute shower or two. Towards mid-afternoon tomorrow here at 3 p.m. Again, apologize for the slow internet. Always gets us, it seems like, at this time of the day. But eventually this will show us, more scattered showers around. Let me show you the CAPE values tomorrow. Convective available potential energy, a measure of instability in the atmosphere, something we look at typically when we're looking for thunder. And there is a modest amount of CAPE around. Some of these blues and teal colors, it's under 1,000 joules per kilogram. Again, no severe weather or anything like that tomorrow, but I guess I wouldn't be shocked, especially if we get a little bit of sunshine working in, if some of these showers did or were accompanied by a little bit of thunder out there tomorrow. So, and this tomorrow is just a brief interruption, really, in this great pattern that's going to resume as we head towards Wednesday. In the wake of tomorrow's front, here's Wednesday, a little bit of lingering cloud cover maybe in the morning. I think this light green otherwise is just kind of bogus across Pennsylvania mostly. I think the day as a whole is going to be really nice on Wednesday. Here's Thursday, still not much going on at all. Should start to get a southerly to southwesterly breeze that might get a little bit frisky in the afternoon, and this should be a warm day. We're talking what, upper 70s?
Yeah,
Thursday?
it's gonna be another great day. Plenty of sunshine. Clouds starting to increase though. Maybe later in the evening.
Yeah, exactly. Here's 8 p.m. and as our front approaches, clouds are probably increasing from the west at this point at 8 o'clock Thursday evening. Now this next front, this is the strong one, and this one's going to bring up a lot more moisture, so this will be a bigger deal than tomorrow's front. So here's Friday afternoon, 2 p.m., showing the precipitation that has fallen in the 6 hours previous to that. So I think midday afternoon Friday is going to turn out to be pretty wet. I guess I wouldn't be shocked if there was some thunder this day as well. And this is the front that's going to change the pattern. So once the front moves through, and it's not looking that great for high school football, by the way, Friday evening. This is only Monday, so we have plenty of time to tweak the forecast. But at this point, plan on some wet weather Friday evening for football. We've gotten pretty lucky over the last few weeks, but our luck's about to run out, it looks like. So the rain pushes away by Saturday, but the cool air is here, and it's here to stay. We might get one more shower or two on Saturday. And then it looks like we're just going to settle into an October pattern, appropriately enough. Here's today through Thursday in this chunk right here. Tomorrow's a cooler day with the showers around. We might struggle to hit 70 tomorrow. But then probably no higher than the 50s over the weekend, upper 50s, maybe 60. After that, the models are, indicating a lack of warmth, certainly. No upper 70s. As far as the day-to-day variations, when you're talking about 10 days to 2 weeks, we're not going to be able to forecast that with a real high degree of accuracy. But certainly the pattern favors cool more than warm, it looks like, starting this weekend. So our time is running out. We've been spoiled with this pattern.
It was nice getting outside this weekend. That was great.
It was just amazing. It was perfect. Just pristine blue skies and just unbelievably
Southern
nice.
California.
Yeah, exactly.
Here.
Exactly. You could see forever. The visibility was great. So, that kind of thing is not going to last long at this time of the year, and it's lasted longer than it usually does. And so we're going to start to pay the price by the weekend. Compare this map, which is the temperature anomaly map for the next handful of days. Above average, obviously, is the theme in the eastern two-thirds of the country, with this map, which then shows the 10-day period from this coming weekend out 10 days into the middle of October. So, this is all you need to look at. The second and third weeks of October definitely looking a little cooler than average. And, our averages are falling quickly at this time of the year. Our average high by next week will be down into the mid-60s, even lower 60s by the middle of October. So it's a transitional period, and below average as you get towards mid-October doesn't mean it's going to be 35.
Right.
But you can have a handful of days where it's 60, and that's still below average in mid-October. All right, that's today's weather for Weather Geeks. It's kind of exciting. We have things to talk about this week.
I know.
Last week we had almost nothing to talk about. Thank you for watching. Be sure and check out Mike's forecasts on the weekend and on Facebook and Twitter as well. And I'll see you tonight, 21 News at 6 and 11. Have a great Monday.